I am so happy to be back for another episode of KimBits. This is the September 21st, 2020 version. It's a Monday. All my kids are back in school, which in itself is an awesome thing. And I'm going to get to the point of today's episode in just a moment, the topic of which is you know better. But for those of you who have kids, I know you may be understanding a little bit of the struggle that my husband and I are going through right now. We have 5 kids. 2 of them are in high school, and then we have a first grader and 2 kindergartners. And during this time of COVID, yes, we are sending our kids to actual school, but it's come with so many other challenges. I mean, in the past, just getting them out the door in the morning was a challenge, but all we had to do was get them dressed, right? Get them breakfast, get them dressed, get them out the door. But now we have to make sure, number one, that the Chromebook that the school gave them is fully charged. Number two, that they have a water bottle, that they can open their water bottle, that they have a mask, that the mask is clean, that they've already used the bathroom, because I don't want to send the kids an extra time to the bathroom in the morning. So it's just fun. And on Friday, so 3 days ago, we got a call. The dreaded call from the school. You need to come pick up Miss N because she is showing signs of COVID and she can't come back to school for 10 days unless she goes to the doctor, has a test, or the doctor writes her off. Well, good news is she does not have COVID. There was a stomach virus that went through our house, and she's back in school today. Unfortunately, she missed her school pictures on Friday, but they'll have a makeup day for that. To jump in. Oh, and if you can relate to any of that, if you are enjoying this kid fun right now, leave a message down below. I'd love to know what your favorite part of kids and this season that we're in is. And yeah, just let me know. All right, so getting back to the topic of today's KimBits episode, I'm going to call it You Know Better. And this topic comes about because I've been reflecting a lot on the past 8 years of my business, things that I've done right, things that I haven't done right, coaches I've hired. And let me just say, I've had probably 90% subpar coaches and maybe 2 or 3 that were incredible. I've made a lot of poor hiring decisions because I got guilt tripped. I'm going to say it no other way. I got guilt tripped into hiring coaches. You would be a lot further along if you da-da-da-da-da. There was always something in my gut, though, that was saying this is not a good decision. You really should investigate further. If you are looking to hire a coach right now, you need to listen to your gut. Don't allow anybody to bully you in to hire them. And whenever I'm selling anything, whether it be from funnels to my mentoring packages to my mentorship, the Positive Productivity Pod, number one, if the person is already so overwhelmed with everything that they have going on in their life and business, for example, they are already too far in debt from everything that they've purchased in the past and never looked at, then I say, I don't want your money. I don't want money from you or from anybody else if you're already overwhelmed with debt and with an overflowing library of courses and coaching programs that you've never even logged into. Go look at what you already purchased, implement what you can, start generating some income, release the financial burden of those hiring decisions. Get the stress off your plate that comes along with knowing that you've already purchased these programs and never looked at it, and then circle back. Because I don't want to be that person. You do not need extra stress from me. You do not need extra stress from other people. So that's the way, number one, of that we're going to talk about today of you know best. Number two, I've had coaches in the past that told me to, work on specific areas of my business, focus on specific expertise because that's where the money was. Don't do this, Kim. Nobody needs that. it was never go out there and talk to people about your passion because there's probably a great need for it. It was, well, you could make a lot of money doing this, so you should just stay here. Or I'm even going to go back 10 years. 10 years? 2008. Okay, I lost my job when the recession tanked in 2008. My degree was in interior architecture. I'd been an interior designer for, um, well, between being a student and professional, almost a decade. And my ex husband said, well, this is where your degree is. This is where your student loans are. You need to stay here. Never mind the fact that I wasn't happy in that profession. It was way too materialistic for me. I didn't enjoy it. There's only so many ways. I mean, okay, that I just didn't enjoy it. Okay, and I didn't like being pressured to go a certain route. Don't let anybody ever pressure you to do something in your business or something in your life that doesn't feel right. There's a difference between stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing something that's completely wrong for you. If you know that it's simply stepping outside of your comfort zone, then address that and take small steps. But when your gut is telling you this is wrong for me, this is not what I want to be doing, just don't. When I started to see how I could fit together the financial side of my business and, yes, my expertise where I can make really great money and how it works into my greater vision, positive productivity, that's when the magic started to happen. I realized that even though I wanted to just jump off years ago and go for, helping entrepreneurs reduce overwhelm, I hadn't at that time seen how it could work with the business and marketing automation that I do. And you're not always going to know right away. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but while you're figuring it out, you don't need to follow the fastest path to cash. I would rather that you start following the path to conversation and to communication and talking to people about where your purpose and your passion are and start hearing from them what they want you to build out that will serve them and fulfill your life's purpose, your business purpose. If you have any questions about this, I invite you to leave a comment down below and just let me know how you've experienced this in the past too. Just because it's worked for everybody else, just because your coaches say this is how you need to do it, you don't need to do it, okay? You know best for you and your business, so follow your truth. It will work out better always. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of KimBits, but until then, go forth and make it a positive and a productive day.